Now we're going to enter some orders and make some formulas based on those orders. So in the order area here, I'm going to insert a name and the phone number. Okay, and your instructions say for you to enter 10 orders. So I'm going to enter the name, and you can just put any kind of order that you want. And of course I love peanut butter, so I'll go with a peanut butter crunch. And then as you can see, mysteriously my other 9 orders just appeared here. You can change this however you want. Just make sure that there are multiples in each column so that you can see that your formulas are going to work. One thing you need to watch out for, as you do always in Excel, if you make any changes, make sure your columns are right and make sure that everything is aligned. As you can see, when I added these the orders, this column is now not wide enough. The B column, see, because the phone numbers are not all in the column. So I'm going to automatically expand that so that the column is wide enough now. So now what we need to do is we need to do some formulas. And in your instructions it says in L11 right here through L27, create a formula that totals each order. So we want to know how many boxes of cookies each person is ordering. So your instructions tell you, be careful, you should never use numbers in a formula. And what we mean by that is all formulas start with an equal sign. And I should not put equals 1 plus 1 plus 1. And I'll show you why. Although you get the right answer, if I were to decide, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to order an additional box, my count is now off. So if what I really should do is the formula that I should use is my equal sign, and I want to use the sum. Wait a minute, let me show you an easier way. There is a function that Excel has set up. It's called an AutoSum. Look right up here in the Home tab on the right hand side. That AutoSum, there are some other automatic formulas that they've written here. So if I want to add the sum of some numbers, an AutoSum in this cell, look, it already writes it for us. These two where it says J17 colon K17, what that is that is the range of cells. Well, that's not the right range. I want to go way over here, and I'm using my left mouse button. I'm holding it down, and when I have the right range, see, that is C17 through K17. I can press enter. Now I get the correct number. A couple of videos ago I showed you a button that is really nice and easy. Now I could go through here to the next row and I could do this AutoSum again, and I've got to pick the range and I press enter again so I get the right number. But instead, this little dark box here in the bottom of the cell where you get the plus sign, that fill handle, grab a hold of that fill handle and drag it all the way down to L27. What this does is this copies the formula, because I'm going to, on the formulas, you can go up here to your formula tab. You can click on show formulas. And what that does is this shows your formulas. So each time you move the formula down, the formula changes. This is called a relative formula. It is relative to the location of the formula. So what this is really saying is this is not saying C21 through K21. It's saying, it says go to the left 9 cells and add everything to one cell to the left. And that way when you copy this formula, it does the same thing all the way down. It's a great way to do this. So that's your show formulas. So now that I have these all added up, ooh, I have a 0 here. Jean Jones does not have any order. Let's have her get one peanut butter and one snickerdoodle. You see how these numbers are changing? So if someone were to come in here and I change this, wants another 2 boxes, it changes right away. Now the same thing can be done down here in the total for each type of cookie. And here, all the salted caramels, I can use that same auto sum, and look at what it does. It picks up the numbers of the range of cells above, but what I want is to add up all of these numbers all the way down the column. So if I add any more orders later, it will automatically add them in. So I selected that range, I press enter. There's 3 orders for salted caramels. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab that fill handle and I'm going to copy it all the way across. And look at there, I've got orders for 38 boxes of cookies. And it was that easy to add all of this up. So that's the simple formulas. That's all the formulas that we're going to work with this time. The last thing it asks you to do is center align column L. So this column L, and you see why we want to do this, is because this number is way over on the right, hard to see. So we're going to center that. We're going to center all of these. See how it's easier to see now? And by clicking the column heading, it even centered all the way down. Okay, so that's it for centering the formulas and entering the orders.